Thoughts on Hyperianism, Part 2. So, I wanted to make this sort of a possibly ongoing thing. And I'm not sure like how many different videos there will be, or podcasts, or whatever you want to call it. But, just to kind of keep talking about, I guess, things as they come up. And I don't know where I left off in my last video, or the last one. So, if I talked about self healing, and looking at much of the research on Hyperianism and self healing, I wasn't able to find much of anything. Which I was wondering, what about it? I mean, if you look at energy work and such, and it does work. It is scientifically, I know. Now, here's the thing with scientific materialism. It does work to a point. It does prove logically and reasonably most things. However, science is not a know-all, be-all, do-all, I guess. But it is a system that is in place partially to understand things. And that being said, science does provide logical and substantial evidence that energy work does work. So, because everything is energy. And so, I don't know if they just, some people in Hyperianism just haven't mentioned it, myself is included. I consider it to be a ongoing Hyperion and utilize it and make it my own. But, I haven't seen much talk about it. And I haven't really asked too many about it. But maybe I also think that I may have been looking at it in a way that maybe I wasn't seeing. And I've come to this conclusion in recently getting into the shadow work aspect more so. I mean, I've always been in that part, but, exploring, reading, studying Carl Jung right now, and which, by the way, he did some great work, but, just getting into that aspect and looking at everything as what we repress. And it is true, we repress this a lot through religions and through conditioning, through politics, and through all this bullshit. The world represses that shadow side, and now it's coming up. You look around. I've looked around a lot, and I try not to pay attention to too many things, but shadow work is a huge topic right now, everywhere. Like, it's everywhere, It's because this is our realization point. This is because this is what we need to work on. And this is where the self-healing process builds from. You go to any doctor, doctors are, of course, debatable, but you go to any doctor, and what do they tell? What is the most thing, even all Western or Eastern doctors will tell you, is stress is the cause of many health issues, diseases, viruses, etc. Stress is the cause, and it's funny. Most people have heard this, but they kind of just sweep it under the rug as ignore it and not really give much thought into it, and then wonder why they have the issues that they have. And this is why most people have health issues, just because stress is the cause of it, and many people don't want to take the time out to listen and be like, yeah, what the doctor said is logical, reasonable, rational, but yet people want to allow stress into their lives. And this is because many don't realize you're doing so. And this is how self-healing actually takes place, is you must do your inner work, however you want to do so. It's shadow work, because what you repress, you will hold on to. What you don't allow to be you will manifest itself as diseases, as pains and such and whatever. And there's evidence of this as well. You can go research for yourself. There's much evidence, And so it's not like this new agey woo-woo energy healing type of thing. It's logical. Stress is energy. If you keep thinking about something over and over, well, guess what? You give yourself an ulcer, you give yourself a tumor, you give yourself, joint pains, muscle pains, what you name it. Like, it's because of stress. And that's basically, so self-healing is in Hyperianism. It's teaching you to do the shadow work, teaching you to take fucking responsibility and get your own shit together. And if you already have your own shit together, well, then you're deluding yourself, because truly no one has all of their shit together. And the idea that having your shit together is, you have billions of dollars, no. Or $0, no. Money has nothing to do with that. Just in case you're wondering. But, getting everything together, getting everything in order is the self-healing process. And doing that work, doing that shadow work, it's not easy. Okay, self-healing is for those that actually want to change themselves. It's for those that want to, are tired of the same repetitive patterns over and over again. It's for people that want to dive in and, explore what all of everything that their path has to offer, because it's their own path and they get to do what they want. We get to do what we want. We all can do what we want. We choose to listen to a repressive system, okay? We choose to listen to it. The moment we begin fighting back is the moment the system collapses. And it's taking a little work, but it's happening. Each day, every moment, the system is collapsing. You can, these love and lighters and whatever, the whole pretend everything is good and whatever. If everything was good and everything was all peaceful and loving and whatever, then what about the rest of us? So essentially what this is, the mindset is, you're here to help people and you're here to bring awareness and you're here to change the world. This is what every single one of us is here to do in one way or the other. And so by simply going by the old ways, humanity would not be where it is now. We still have ways to go, but through technology and through innovations and through inventions have we gotten where we are now. The houses we live in, the systems we have in place, and I'm not talking about political, the electrical systems or waterworks systems or power systems or whatever, things of that nature. But the way we invent things and the way we make, we're trying to better ourselves and better the planet. That is what we're here to do. We're here to change our consciousness and over and over until it evolves higher and higher and higher and higher, right? And with that comes technology. Look at now we have devices that have everything we could possibly need, per se, in the palm of our hands. Phones are capable of doing what you had to have a computer, you had to have a VCR, or VHS recorder, a camera. Now you can do all of it in one thing. So that's advancements, and this is because of our inventions. This is because of our consciousness, our evolution. This isn't because some say this is because alien technology and stuff. In a sense, okay, let me explain this. Humans have chosen, this is where you apply logic and reason. Any projection outside of yourself is just that, a projection. It's only true and existent simply based on the fact that you are a god and you have created that outside source, if you will. And so it's also part of shadow work. Part of shadow work is not just, allowing the quote dark stuff to come out. It's also the good stuff, that idea that a person can't take a compliment, or, you tell someone they look good and they're like, no, I don't, stuff like that. Like, it's taking the good as well as the bad. So that applies to the idea that humans, for whatever reason, couldn't accept the fact that they were that fucking smart and intelligent and have created technology that they need to, not allow themselves to take that pride and that confidence that they themselves did it and project it onto an external thing, such as alien technology, which is not at all true. Now, as for the existence of existential beings such as aliens and space and exploration, that is a whole other topic I'm not going to get into at this moment. Perhaps another video. The more we take responsibility for ourselves, again, be it good or bad, it's not just taking responsibility for the bad shit. It's not all, oh, you got to take responsibility because you did this or this. Well, yeah. Because you did do this, but you acknowledge the fact that you did some good shit, Be fucking ego. Be selfish, and balance. Be nice when you can and be an asshole when you have to be. Simple as that, And I think that's the way the world should work, not in violence and stuff either. Use your words, use your intelligence. Tell someone, when you tell someone, let someone know and let someone feel and hear and you feel validated, then that is how true progress is made. You look at the world today, people don't understand that they don't have to bow down to a religious thing, whatever. Many don't understand that they themselves are powerful. They are now, through, again, technology we have created, social media, a huge platform to get messages across. And this is what we are using it for. Some choose to use it for whatever, everyone uses it for different things, but the majority of people are using it to market whatever it is they do. And our voices, as you want to call it, spiritual teachers, guides, I don't like the term masters, gurus. Some terms I'm okay with, some terms I'm not, I guess, but coaches, teachers, mentors, we'll just stick with that. But these type of people, myself included, are the ones who are changing the world in a different way through our work online, and in person. Just being ourselves is what's going to change the world. And the world is shitty. Not all of it. There's a lot of shitty things in the world. There's a lot of good things in the world too. It's what you make of it. But the world is not going to ever get anywhere if the shitty and the good sides ignore one another and pretend like neither exists. That, oh, it's always going to be shitty, or oh, I'm just so good, I don't have to worry about being shitty. That's so insane. That's fine. You can choose to exist in that. You can always choose to exist in whatever the hell you want. No one's stopping you, but you're not going to be part of the change. You're not really doing anything if you're not trying to balance the world, in my opinion. We want people that are willing to acknowledge both of their sides, the dark and the light, and rise above into the synth mind, into their true self, into the illuminated self, the true agenda of the Illuminati. And if you want to hear more on that, you can check out my videos on that. I have some posts and such. I can link one below. But, people need to realize that, get out of this conspiracies idea, these fear-based ideas. And I'm not saying ignore it, but move past it. When you choose to watch violence and such on TV, it's not ignoring the fact that it occurs on the news and such, but you're adding to the viewing, the ratings of said broadcast. And so by doing so, you're allowing it to happen. You're allowing it to be okay to be filmed and shown to everybody. Well, let's look at it like this. The more violence is shown, the more people have that subconscious idea, hey, if I do a violent act, I'll be famous or something, right? This is a part of the shadow self, okay? Many people don't realize this. Some do. But it's on a subconscious level, look at what mainstream media mostly posts or mostly broadcasts is, chaos and stress and violence and destruction. It's great for TV. People love that shit, I mean, go to any restaurant or whatever. Most people, you get a mix of things. You see half of them watching the news like brain dead morons, and the other half are just ignoring it. I'm gonna go chill by the people who are ignoring that shit. Cause fuck that shit. You sit and listen and watch depression shit, people getting killed or murdered or whatever. That's that ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's gonna cause you to think of the world entirely in that way. And likewise, if you live in all the love and light and bullshit, you're gonna all live in woo-woo and fairy tales and delude yourself all the time. So it's about balance. You have to realize the good and the bad. Okay? But don't overexude yourself with either one. That is the main focus. And by doing so, you will activate your own self-healing abilities. You will change everything because you will be honoring your shadow aspect. You will be allowing it to come up and come out, and it will bring you to your point. It will bring you to where you need to be. It will bring you to your, what it is that you want to do, because you're allowing and you'll notice too, as you start doing it, a lot of shit will come out. It will be, overwhelming, but it is good to do. It is very good to do. Keep a journal with you, or a voice recorder, or whatever, to get the shit out, because a lot of the shit, again, good or bad, you want to let it out. And it's up to you if you want to, choose to tell people or post in groups and such as that. That's all up to you. But if you choose to do so, you'll find there's a lot of others that can help and guide you on the way. So I guess this video was to kind of talk about the self-healing aspect of Hyperianism. And as I said, I don't know if I'm going to do more videos on it or not, but I wanted to address this as it kind of came up and whatever. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys now. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Echo your sound. If you would like to book a personal session with me, you can do so by reaching me at any of the following links. Until then, take care of yourselves. Echo your sounds.